Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of the Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Team Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for American Idol. Tonight's host is Kat Bailess. Joining Kat will be AFTERBUZZ co-hosts Nathan Hertz, Ashanti Mozelle, and twins Michelle and Melissa Macedo. Also joining us in the studio will be top 7th contestant on Idol Season 9, Tim Urban. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Kat Bailess!
Hey, y'all, and welcome back to our American Idol Season 10, Episode 34, Lieber and Stoller Night, also Inspirational Night. By the way, I want to say I'm sorry that I wasn't here last week. I know y'all all miss me so much, and my southern accent. But
and your song.
And my song, but I have to thank Michelle and Melissa for writing the recap song last week because I watched it and y'all were incredible. Like, I was kind of jealous. I'm like, well, I could never come up with that.
A little bit.
I cried.
Well, I can't come up with Vandross and
yeah. Well, if guys, I mean, if you've listened
Vandross.
to any of my songs, you'll figure out that I like to make things rhyme and change up wording, which Ashanti actually didn't like it tonight, so he made up his own little verse. But y'all, we're really excited tonight. We have a brand new guest tonight. His name's Tim Urban. He was on Season 9, and you were the 7th to get kicked off, which I don't think you ever should have gotten kicked off. I mean, look at those baby blues. And that hair, he's got Bieber going on.
Hey,
You're cuter than
not
Bieber.
go there.
You're cuter than
Not
Bieber.
go there.
I will-
Beatles.
Oh,
The
Beatles.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
darling.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, this is going to be an exciting night. What did you say?
I said the Beatles, not Bieber.
The
no,
Beatles.
not Bieber. No.
All right.
Wrong
well,
animal.
From now on, the Beaver. Oh, by the way, if anyone out there, if you're watching us live on Ustream, we now look like total legit because we're like The View because we have our own coffee mugs.
Yeah, that means we're legit.
Do you see
We're
that?
legit.
That means.
Wait, does
Can
everybody
you get
see
a close up on Ashanti drinking his coffee?
Yes.
Everybody drink. Everybody drink.
Right.
We all drink.
All right. We have to do it like that.
This is the best tea ever.
That was so refreshing.
Oh, it's so hot. It's so,
So
hot
great.
right now.
Did
Let's
you
do
feel the buzz?
And with that, I'm leaving.
Oh, Tim, please don't. Please don't. I promise I won't scare you. But no, before we get into our recap song, which Tim's going to join us tonight, yeehaw! Well, I want to tell y'all to go get this book. We haven't already told you. It's The Every Girl's Guide to Life by Maria Menounos, our executive producer of AFTERBUZZ, and truly, it is one of the best self-help books I've ever read in my life.
Yeah,
I mean,
great.
y'all have read it.
Yeah,
I've read
it's
it.
great.
Ashanti's read it.
Pieces, yeah.
And again, it has everything from what to wear, how to do your makeup, to just cleaning your house.
Yeah.
Organizing your life.
Right.
Tim,
I haven't read it.
We'll give you one.
But I've heard
he
really
will
good
read
stuff
it.
about it. Really good stuff right now.
well,
It's
good.
It's a good book.
Well, Maria is one of the classiest women I know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we love you,
No
Maria. Well, okay, guys. Before we get
one
into
quick thing.
What?
One quick thing. For those of you guys that visit AfterBuzzTV.com, you may notice that there is a bit of a change, and some of the episodes are not updated. That is because we made a switch recently, and we're gonna have to add some. We lost a few of them, but we will add them. But fear not, as always, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, listen live on ustream.tv/AfterBuzzTV, and for AfterBuzz on the go, download the Stitcher app.
The Stitcher app. I know. It gets me every time.
The what?
Stitcher app.
Exactly.
Stitcher.
Wait,
All
it's
right.
amazing. I just
It
downloaded it on my phone.
Okay.
And it's incredible. You can listen to us all the time.
Oh my
You
God.
can listen to the recap song
much
in your
as
car.
I
miss
just
you
love
when I'm
listening to
gone.
our voices all the time.
Yeah.
I've literally
Yeah.
downloaded on my iPhone our recap songs, and because I think
Because you're in
there's-
it.
Hold on, is
'Cause I'm
that
in it.
creepy to anybody else? Is that weird? I mean, no, that's cool. That's really cool.
Oh, that
Yeah.
listening to all
I
of
mean,
it? Well,
creepy
if we're in it,
is my
then
middle
it's
name.
not.
Like, you know,
yeah,
like
didn't you know it's Kat
Casey,
Creepy Bailess?
Casey Abrams,
Yeah.
Casey
All right.
Catherine, you know. Whatever, that was stupid. Anyway, let's get on with our recap song because
Oh, we're doing this now.
it's very
All right.
special. Well, we got to
do it
recap about
first.
last week, babe.
Okay, let's
This
do
is
this.
how we do it on the AfterBuzz show.
I'm learning slowly.
This is how we do it. We're so glad you're here.
What am
Yes,
I? What am
we
I
are.
rhyming that doesn't rhyme here in a minute? Oh, I got it.
Oh, don't give it away, babe. Don't give it away.
They'll figure it out real fast.
Ashanti, you're gonna have to put your cup down to sing now, honey.
You just have to have
He
a
doesn't
sip
have
of
to.
refreshing AfterBuzz water.
You can hold and sing. No rule against
Would
it.
y'all please give me some attention right now? Okay.
Yes.
This is Kat's AI results recap song top 5.
Yeah.
It's finally down to the final 5, and last week's results was oh so live. 60 million votes, the highest so far. And could we please get over that dang Ford Focus car?
One night, 2 chances, now and then. But who can step up and fight to win? Sorry, y'all, it's true. Your group song sucked. Thank God you weren't being judged, 'cause you'd all be plucked.
Before we start, to kick one offset, each idol has to compete for the best omelet. Have to say, it was a good little skit. But our country girl, of course, was the best with a skillet.
It was just a kiss with Our Lady A. And idols, you can learn how to do a duet someday.
That's right.
These Grammy-winning artists were the hit of the night. But let's be honest, y'all, a real kiss would have been nice.
That's what I said.
The bill about song choice and Jacob's attire could have been cut, but they needed that full dang hour. So moving on to our final 5. James and Lauren were the first to arrive.
That's right. Jimmy, he had something to say.
Yes, he did.
About each and every idol's performance, say. James kicked ass while Lauren did not. But Lauren, when it comes to Hell's Kitchen, you might have just found your spot.
Speaking of food, this is really weird. Ryan S. fed Tyler popcorn now. Don't you kind of think that was queer?
Yes.
Hold on. No, stop. Let's get on the floor.
Woo, that's right.
Because J-Lo's glittery ass gave us business and more.
On that
All
floor. Our idols are antsy, and so are we. What will Jimmy say about the other 3? Jacob, what happened? You've lost your umph. But Haley and Scotty got natural triumph.
All right.
He changed my lyric. Okay.
I like it better this
And
one.
now it's time to dwindle it down and say Scotty had to choose the safe side now. His choice was right with Haley and James. So sorry, Jacob and Lauren, this might be your last day.
Drum roll, please, let's hurry this up. Jacob was called and killed some Vandrush.
Stuff.
Farewell, Diva Man, we'll pray for you so.
And shut the church door! You did not just keep singing till they cut off that show. Oh, he did.
He did.
Went to church.
That's the buzz, and all you should know. Now let's go on with the AfterBuzz show. Now that's the AfterBuzz show. Yeah!
Well, all right.
Nice!
Done.
There it is.
Fun. We got a lot of legit singers on there.
That's beautiful, Kat.
All right, so
thanks.
let's frame these.
Oh, we should, honey. We got a couple now.
They're beautiful.
I'll be selling them online
Right?
pretty soon.
You can buy this on iTunes. You can't really buy this on iTunes.
Oh, honey, it's on iTunes now.
You can.
You can download it free.
All right.
Because that's what I am, generosity.
I thought you were gonna say you were free.
That actually rhymes.
I thought she was gonna say
It
she
rhymed
was
correctly.
talent.
Okay, go ahead. Tell everybody what I did. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ashanti.
Well, we don't need to recap that. I mean, it was recapped in the song,
Okay,
and I
okay.
changed the lyric from talent to triumph.
Well,
It worked out either way. It's
I was
fine.
thinking that
real
Jimmy
word.
Iovine would have loved my talent.
He would have
I
totally.
know.
And Lady
But-
Gaga,
Gaga probably would have loved
Yeah,
it.
I know. Me and Gaga would we'd probably be
Yeah,
best friends.
I Yeah. want to be her best friend.
Bestie.
I love
I'd
her.
love to do
First of
that.
all, guys out there, I mean, what did you think about Lady Gaga tonight? We have
She's
to. I mean,
awesome.
amazing. I love her
'Cause
personality.
She's such a good performer. So she knows 100%. And as Ashanti was saying, in concert, she's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
So she gives 100%
Amazing.
every time. I'm going to believe everything.
Yeah.
She's super smart. She obviously knows a lot of stuff that we don't.
Well, and plus, y'all, I mean, come on, she went to a performing arts school. I mean, I know a lot of
Yeah,
us did
exactly.
performing arts when we were younger, but like, she from day one, she was just an odd bird, and this odd bird has turned her into like this beautiful,
She's
you know,
embraced the
ostrich. Like
oddity,
every,
right,
yeah, you
right.
know.
And, I mean,
Everyone
you
loves
can argue about whether you like her
Isn't that a
music or
bird?
not, but like you have to respect the talent. You have to respect her
course.
performance. So I mean, even people who don't like her as an artist, you have to
Right.
respect that she knows what she's talking about when it
Oh,
comes to
for
performing.
sure.
Yeah,
so I think she has
exactly.
really, really good advice. I
Yeah,
have no idea what to
exactly.
expect. But
She was really good.
And don't
was on.
forget, she had no eyebrows tonight.
Yeah, don't
She had like,
forget.
she had
So
like
you had
3 or something.
She
like
had
that.
She had
a
so
lot
much,
going.
3
You just
layers
didn't know
of
what
hair.
expression she was
Right,
making
right.
without the eyebrows.
You just couldn't
there.
tell.
Yeah.
Except for when tell. she was yelling at Scotty.
Well,
Or-
eat that hot dog.
And then,
Yeah.
he was
James's
kissing
hip.
his cross, like, "Oh Lord God, please forgive me. Please, I don't want to go to hell before this thing ends. Oh Lord, please Jesus." Okay, so anyway, let's get right in here. Let's get
Let's
in.
do it.
So I want to say one thing to remind everybody, but y'all, it's only 2 short weeks until we get to the Nokia Live Theater, and this is the finale. We're here.
Oh my
We're here.
Time to do it.
Can you
We're
believe
here.
it? I mean, Tim, what is that like? I know that you got down to the last 7, but still, like being up there in the last 7, that's like being in like the bottom 3 in a way. I mean, like the top 3. It's like, what is it like? I mean, standing up there by yourself and
You're talking about performing or just being on the show?
Anything.
period?
Well,
Like,
anything like
and-
you
yeah,
made it to
anything.
the
Right.
top, and like you actually got to go on the tour, so you
Yeah, I
know
mean,
what it's like to be in.
Once you make the top 10, a big load comes off your chest. I mean,
Right.
After that, you're just like, all right, let's see how far I can make it of this thing. So it's a little easier once you make it to tour. I think, just me personally.
right.
As soon as you make it to top 10, you're like,
Yeah.
all right, we're going on tour.
Right.
I know what I'll be doing.
Right.
And so that's set. Now, when you get down to the top like 4, that changes things because all of a sudden you're like, I have a legitimate shot
Right.
at this.
Yeah.
There's not that many people left. I
Right.
mean, when I left at number 7, there's still 7 people on the show.
Right.
So, but when you get down to the top 4, I mean, the pressure just builds because all of a sudden, like when you get to the top 10, you're thinking, I might win, maybe not,
Right.
you don't know. But top 4, you're like, I got a decent shot
Right,
at this.
right.
So how was it when you were about to perform every time? Was everyone freaking out? Was it crazy nervous backstage?
Kind of. It was a little weird because you go up there and you almost don't know what to expect. Last year was different than this year because the judges were a little a little more harsh last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
You can
With
say
Simon.
call it
well,
whatever
because
you want,
Simon Cowell was there.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so when you're going on stage, you're really like, for me, I got a lot of negative criticism. So when I went on stage, I honestly didn't know what to expect. I kind of expected maybe some negative. So like I went up there just to have fun. So there wasn't a whole lot of pressure on me because I was just having a blast, to be honest with you, and I wasn't too worried about it. But I mean, a lot of people, it can get really nerve-wracking backstage. I mean, you're just pacing back and forth, and I mean, you're performing for the huge crowd, biggest audience you'll ever perform for in your life. And you
Yeah.
can't ignore that.
Is anyone like cutthroat competitive with each other? Yeah.
Last season, there wasn't a whole lot of it, but I heard that last season was different than some of the seasons in the past. I don't know what it was. We kind of just gelled really well as a group.
You were all friends?
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, they always try to paint it as a big competition. I don't know what it is this year.
Yeah.
But last year's group, it wasn't quite as much. I mean, I assume I went home 7. So when it got down to 4-3, I don't really know how intense it got. I imagine it got a little bit more just because there's that possibility always in the back of your mind. So I don't really know. Last year wasn't too bad when I was there, though.
But in your defense, I think at number 7, I think we all recognize that number 7 is not even a bad place to be in. Jennifer
Yeah,
Hudson
no
went
way.
on. Jennifer Hudson was number 7 on her season, and she went on to get an Oscar
And what was
everything else. So
was
it's not-
Pia 7 on this one? I don't.
Stefano was 7.
Stefano.
Yeah.
So you just
Pia went
never
before
know.
Stefano, and
Pia
you
went
know?
so early. I
Yeah.
mean, come on. What did you think about that?
Well,
Tim?
it's American Idol. It's such a funny situation because people vote for sometimes they vote for who they're scared is about to go home, and especially early on, like top 10. There's so many people on the show, and you've got so many favorites. And if somebody has a bad week, more people are likely to vote for him. Pia just knocked it out every time. She was just good all
So they
the
just
time.
assume
It's a
that
good
she
point.
was in the
Exactly.
safe.
And so
right.
people think that, she was just good, so she's going to make it. Well, she doesn't get any more votes because she was great. You still have to actually dial. So
Right.
I think that messes
That's
a lot of people
interesting.
up.
Well,
and so, you just never know.
I think it was a combination of that and the fact that this season being different than your season, I didn't get a chance to really get into last season. I was traveling last year, but I think with this season, bringing in 2 new judges who are so heavy into performance, stage performance, that was a big influence on how they critiqued and how they judged our winner this year.
Yeah.
And Pia, personality-wise and performance-wise, I don't think she was at the level. She could sing, no doubt about that. But I think performance-wise, she just wasn't up to par to where they needed her to be. And I think it was a combination of votes, people assuming that she was safe, and the fact that her performance wasn't up to the same.
I agree.
Yeah.
Right. And the only thing is that I'm not that sad that she's gone because when you look at these
She'll
top
be
4
fine.
right
Yeah.
now, I mean, y'all, they're performing. I mean,
They
we'll get into this later, but our little Lauren gave us business tonight, you know? And I will say, I kind of wish that Casey was still in it just to see what he would do because even though he has crazy eyes and all that, but the guy is one of the most talented people to ever step on that stage. And I just feel bad for him because America doesn't really want to see that. They want to see the young girls singing and then James Durbin jumping up with fire and whatever it may be. But I'm not worried about Casey. He's going to have a great career.
He's gonna be
you
great.
know?
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I don't know. Sometimes the judges say, "Oh, this is to find the whole package," and sometimes they're like, "Well, this is about the voice." And this is about all
Guess
these
what,
different
y'all?
things.
We got a phone
We got a caller.
Oh.
Sorry to cut you off, Michelle.
Oh, that's perfectly all right.
Who do we got tonight?
Carla, you're on the air.
Hello, your handy
Hello,
hair.
Carla.
Your handy hair.
Hello?
Well, have a good evening.
You're caller 23, and that's the winner of AfterBuzz and me.
I swear to God, I think we're getting punked today.
We're getting bumped.
We've honestly had so many callers throughout, and in our 16 and pregnant one, we got real world callers. In our real world, we got idol callers.
Oh no!
Just have them call your
And
cell
now
phone
I
and
guess
just
these
hand
are
it
South
to
Park
us.
callers.
Maybe it's just
And
Sean.
they're disappointed that you guys are doing American Idol.
Right? I don't know. It's crazy.
Well,
Let's just
whatever.
continue to
Anyway, we'll
discuss
continue our
if they
show,
wanna
and if you
call.
want to
Yes.
call back.
Please call back
Right.
if you want. But
Yes.
I also had one more question. Do you think from being on the show that people?
I think we got him on the line now.
I hear him trying to come through.
Hold on, sorry.
Carla, you're on the air. What's your name and where are you from?
Oh, hi. My name's Emma.
Hi, Anna.
Hi.
Hey, Anna.
No, Emma.
Oh, Emma. Sorry.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, I'm from Selma, Washington.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I know who this is, don't I?
Yeah,
That's what I thought. Hey, what's up, Emma?
Oh.
not much.
So tell us how you guys know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to tell the story.
Oh, gosh. Whoa.
All the details.
This-
AfterBuzz
Sounds
TV
good.
secrets. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's nothing crazy.
It's not
We
intense.
met briefly at the Idol tour,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I met him when he came into this show in Blaine.
Yeah, she came to my on tour this summer with Idol. She came to that show, and then I did another show in Blaine, Washington. I'm actually from Washington. So I did a
okay,
show
okay.
there, and she came there, and we
Cool.
met. She's super cool. We had a lot of fun. So
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Great.
This
So-
me. This is
Tim
this
Urban
big.
is
This
from
big, Emma.
Washington.
I am
That's
from
the
Washington
exclusive.
and Texas.
Well, we're so excited you called. Would you have any questions for us?
I mean, not really. I just saw that this was happening. I was like, well, that sounds cool. And then you guys are like, oh, people should call. And I was like, okay.
Well, what did you
Heck
think of the
yeah.
show? What did you think of the show this week? Did
It
you
was
watch
good.
it? Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Any
Did
favorites?
you pick a favorite? Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I really like Scotty and Lauren.
Yep.
Are
You know what?
how old are you, Emma, if you don't mind my asking? Are you a teeny bopper?
I'm 21.
Oh,
21.
snap.
Okay.
Called you out.
Okay.
Just happened.
But,
That's right.
So I have a question too, Emma. Do you love country music?
I don't.
Oh. Well, that's
Nice.
surprising that you like
Yeah.
Scotty.
I know. It's kind of weird.
Well,
Is
okay.
it a cuteness situation? Like, oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
What
what
is
is
it?
drawing
Is
you
it
into his
attractive
performance?
About him.
I don't know. I just kind of want to pinch his cheeks. I just think
cute.
he's
I
so
was gonna
cute.
say, yeah,
Yeah.
he's
So,
got
like-
that personality that grabs you. He's
Yeah.
just
Personality. I've got what personality?
telling you.
But like in a child way, not in a I want to do you way,
man.
right?
In a child way, yeah.
There you
He's a
go.
cute little boy.
Yeah.
She wants to pinch the cheeks on his face, not on his back.
Oh wow!
Sorry.
No, I've got a lot of my sister. One of my younger sisters. She told me I was gonna meet. I got to meet some of the top 24, and she called me. She's like, "Hey, you have to tell Scotty." I said, "Hi." She just loves him. Like a lot of people just really like Scotty because he's
So
such a
did you get to
likable
meet
guy.
Scotty?
I did.
What's
Super
he
nice
like?
in person.
And
Cool.
did his personality shine through, like his little jokester kind of like?
I only talked to him for like a little second,
Oh,
but
okay.
just for the little bit that I talked to him, he was really, really nice. Like really just like a Southern gentleman kind of guy. Super nice, super friendly. I mean, I thought he was a really nice guy. So I see what people see in him. Just they watch him and they're like, hey, this guy seems really cool.
Right.
Because
Down to earth.
Yeah, definitely.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to meet some Scotty McCreary.
And that is really creepy. And that is not in a little cute kid kind of way.
No,
She wants to pinch his cheeks on his
Yeah,
face.
on the backside. But
I was kidding because they've always made fun of me because I've always said from the beginning Scotty's gonna like kick ass and he's probably gonna win the show or get close to it, and now look where he is.
maybe it's because he reminds everyone of like a kid, and I don't like kids.
Hey!
Maybe that's why. Was that? Can I not be?
You can totally
Can I not be real about that?
You can totally
Does
be
not like
anti-kids.
kids. All right.
Just because
Yeah,
I'm a woman.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Yes.
Just because I can make one doesn't mean I'm gonna take one.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So Emma, we're having too much fun over here.
Girl.
She's like, what the?
Yeah.
But hey, I got a show coming up in Washington next month. You gonna be there?
Yeah.
Heck
I'm
yes.
so excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
So, do you know?
I already have my ticket and
Heck
everything.
yes. That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Super cool.
So, are you going with other super fans?
I think a couple other girls are going. I'm trying to bring my friend along too, but she's not sure yet.
Tell her to
You
go
should
for
convince
it.
her. It's gonna be a good
do
show.
it.
I know the guy who's performing.
He's gonna be taking
me,
it.
Tim? Like we're like BFFs
Yeah,
now.
Tim.
From what I hear,
I'll
Emma,
invite you guys on the show.
from what I hear, Tim is gonna be removing his shirt during the show.
He told us. So
That's what I heard. So
he
you might
told
want to
us.
pass that on to your friends, your lady friends.
This is not the first time a rumor like that has started. All right, we do not need to do this.
Well,
we
you
don't
already-
need. It's not even a rumor
It's
because
not a
he
rumor.
showed up with his zipper down to his
And
cleavage
he
right
did it.
now.
That's a stripper
I mean,
move.
I'm just
And-
saying I would go to his show blindfolded and it would be awesome.
All right, the
Thank
boy.
you so much.
All right,
You
the
are awesome.
boy.
You are so awesome.
That's a good comment.
That's really nice.
But let me just tell you, if your eyes did want to be open, he would be pulling the zipper down on this shirt that he
Just
has
like
on
he's
right
giving
now.
us business up
Just
in
giving
here.
you a little Cleveland, Ohio, just for your eye candy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's getting ready. He showed it to us earlier.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
We'll change the subject. He's turning red
question
now.
then.
Okay, question. Here we go.
Yeah. Can I just make a plug for maybe a song request for that show?
Let me ask, is it gonna be Blur?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm working on it. It's a little tricky to do that one
Okay.
acoustic, but I am working on it.
Oh, you can do anything, Tim.
You can do it.
Do it, boy. Do
I'm
it.
working
He's
on
gonna
it.
do Blur with his shirt off.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
get
trying to sell you some tickets, boy. Washington, Tim Urban.
Here he comes.
I just figured I'd be kicking myself later if I didn't mention it now, so I figured I'd mention it.
Well,
Nice.
I've been getting the
Yes.
tweets. I am gonna work on it. I'll try to do that one in
He's been
Washington.
getting tweets for his
Okay.
cleavage.
At Tim Urban Music.
At Tim Urban Music. That's correct.
Hit him up.
Awesome.
So confusing with the Urban thing because I'm such a Keith Urban fan. Like, you should just say you're like his. Oh, is this your song?
That's my song.
Yeah, y'all, you're getting some Tim Urban.
What? This is why it's a little tricky to do this one acoustic. If you can't figure that out. Like,
Tim, if you have your shirt off, then no one
No
will
one will even care.
You don't even have to be singing.
That's awesome. Wow. See, this is why it's...
Or at least unbutton it down to the navel area.
Unbutton it down a little
to
bit.
the navel, yeah.
All right, I got some performance tips.
Some tips. We're
That's
giving you
awesome.
Lady Gaga right now.
I was going to say, I wonder if that's what Lady Gaga would say about this
You are
performance.
good.
Yeah.
I love this one.
Yeah, this is a really good one.
It's a good
Yeah, well, this is Blur,
good.
right?
This is blurry.
Blurry.
Blurry, not blurry.
So
Blur.
do it a cappella.
Right, just do it a cappella? That's a decent
Yeah,
idea.
I
might be
love it
good.
when people
That'd be
do
pretty
that.
cool.
Right, just like walk
Without
down
you-
into the crowd.
And just
Because it
sing
shows that you like can really sing.
Acapella
I mean-
and Aka close.
Yes,
Wow, all right.
Ashanti,
Apparently
yes.
this is turning into a Chip and Dale show in Washington.
I'm trying to sell you some tickets, man.
Hey, it is a fundraiser. it is a fundraiser. So
A fundraiser
Oh
for
my
what?
God.
It's for charity, y'all. It's for charity.
It's for a school. My cousins. It's the school that their kids go to.
Oh,
so
put
it's,
your clothes back on.
I know that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
my
It's not gonna be like
Sorry,
that.
y'all.
Sorry, cousins.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you just
Well,
wear
the
a white
other
tee
show,
and just
yeah.
spray you.
Yeah.
Water.
Water.
That's a little.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm not
wet
gonna take my
t-shirt.
shirt off.
It
We're gonna
is-
do a wet t-shirt competition
that's
up there.
It
That's just
works.
creepy.
With
I think
Ashanti
that's
and
even-
Tim.
All
I
right.
think, hey, we can do it. I'm
Make
down.
sure the
I'm
abs are
down.
drawn in.
Yeah.
Down for that.
We're gonna pencil those in.
Yes.
Emma,
okay.
are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hey, well, just wanted to talk to you and say thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Tim will see you at the next show.
I will see you
Yes.
up in Washington. very soon.
Sans shirt.
And maybe you'll see the AfterBuzz team as well.
Stay on. Stay tuned for the shirtless
Sans
thing.
shirt. There we go.
Oh gosh, that girl was. Oh,
was
she's so
awesome.
sweet.
Yay.
That was
Yeah.
so sweet of her to call
She's
in.
very cool.
Thank you, Emma. All right, we're
Thanks.
diving in now. Let's get down to business. James Durbin was our first idol up tonight, and his inspirational song was "Don't Stop Believing." Journey,
Right.
and it pretty much was.
Don't stop
their favorite
believing that
performance.
this song was written for me.
Yeah.
And how is he not going to do it perfectly?
Amazingly.
Yeah.
I mean, he killed it.
And-
he killed it.
yeah,
and
he
Steve
did.
Perry is probably very excited about
Yes.
this one. You know, and in the residuals
So
that he keeps
are
on
the
getting.
judges.
Yeah.
Randy was very excited about it. He said like the most difficult rock song to sing.
Yeah,
something like
difficulty
that.
level way up there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, he killed it.
It was good.
There's
I
nothing
felt
really
like
to
it was
say
nothing
it.
really exactly. There's
Yeah.
no comments that you can give to it
He
because
did his
Well,
thing.
he does his thing
Yeah,
every
he does
week.
his
Yeah, I was
thing.
He
gonna
does
say.
the same thing
Yeah.
every
Question
week.
for Tim.
I think
That's what's tricky about James because he's always this good. So when he
Consistent,
comes out
right.
next
Yeah.
week and he kills it again, it's like,
Right.
well,
Right.
duh, you're gonna
Right.
kill it.
Right.
So
Exactly.
that's almost the trick about being that good, and people can't really see that much of a growth because you're always that
'Cause
good.
you're always
Yeah,
that
which is
level.
why he took a casual approach, Jimmy Iovine said, to this week, which I think Lady Gaga was really irritated with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. She went up behind him and rocked his hip.
You could
Well,
see
I
in her
think
eyes,
because-
even though she didn't have the eyebrows, you
Right.
could see in her eyes.
You could tell.
But I think a lot of it has to do with because he's so theatrical already.
Right.
There's nowhere else for him to go.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Yes.
no. He's come in with the drum, with the band in one performance, and he's had the pyrotechnics and all that
Yeah.
going on. So
Right.
there's nowhere else for him to go unless he comes out with horns like Gaga.
Right.
Like
Right.
there's just
Exactly.
nowhere else to go.
And honestly, that might play against him because
Yeah.
on Idol, it's all about growth. It's all about watching
Yes.
people get better and better and better.
Yes.
That's what they've
Do you
liked
think
about past
that's
contestants.
what, I mean,
I
do you
think
think
that's
that
why
is what
this
they're looking
guy
for the
does so
most?
well.
Yeah, well,
Scotty.
yeah, exactly. That is what I was looking for, and that's what America's looking for. Because initially they just pick their favorite, and then they want to see them get better and better because they want the finale to just blow them away,
Right.
and then go first song to the last one. There's this big
Because
growth.
they like grew with you, so
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
like
Yeah.
feel personally
So
involved.
now and then comparing "Don't Stop to Believe" into James's other song, I
Love
just
Potion number 9.
yeah, Love Potion number 9. They were both awesome,
Yeah.
but for me it was just like the same thing again.
Yeah.
And the same kind of song both in a row for him. I
Yeah.
don't think it's doing him any
Well, why do you
favors.
think he opened and closed the
Exactly.
show?
I
They play
know.
some far apart. I mean, granted, Idol obviously is a James Durbin fan. I mean, come on,
Well,
to
okay.
open and close the show. Hello.
Hold on. There's
Yeah.
actually a plus and a minus to that. The opening spot is actually not that good because
Right.
you
You
have
get
all the
forgotten.
rest of it actually kind of evened it out because his opening performance, by the halfway point, half the people watching the show forgot his first
Right.
song.
Of course,
Yeah.
and they
And so-
probably might have missed it.
Yeah, exactly. So it actually, I mean, that just kind of evened it out for him because And it actually kind of works for him that he did the same thing both times. Because if he did like one and then like 2 songs later he did the exact same thing again, it was spread out. So
that's a good point. That's a good point.
So that's another way to look at it, is that he kind of spread it out so people
book in the performance.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they loved the song. The judges did, and it didn't really bother me. I felt like I've heard this song every which way, and he put his own stank on it,
Right.
And I just wrote down hardcore rock. Like it's just like
he does that.
He dresses in the like leather jacket thing all the time. Actually, I think Jesse has a really good impression of what he does because it's the same kind of thing as Christina Aguilera.
As Christina's impression.
Because it really reminded me of it. So Jesse, do you want to give us that?
At the end of every song, Christina goes, "I'm a genie in a bottle. Wanna get dirty?"
Very nice.
There we go.
And there we go.
Dang, Jesse. I think Idol's calling your name.
Right.
Nice. No, it's true. Like he's just so good. And
He's
honestly,
so
I think
good.
that's why, like, because all of his performances are up here, like his big, like, next week, if he doesn't get voted off, what might be good for him is to do something smaller, like to change it up. Because if he does the exact same thing as this week, because it was basically the same 2 performances. If he does that again next week, like, you got to find some way to change it up without losing who you are. So that's what's tricky about Idol.
Yeah.
My favorite moment, can I just say, of Potion number 9, the rehearsal part is when Lady Gaga starts grinding him and starts swaying her hips.
I know.
And he didn't do it in the show, though.
I know.
He did for 2 seconds.
I thought he just
But
did
it was
the
when
Elvis, like,
it was when the
hip.
camera was at a weird angle. It's like off to the side, so you could kind of see it, but kind of couldn't. He did do it.
I don't think he stayed still long enough for that to be effective. What she was trying to get him to do is like enjoy the moment of just being still and swaying in there.
And not necessarily running around.
And he was just like all over the place.
He's just running around.
Well, it's that adrenaline,
I think to try and
definitely.
To try and be tough is really good for him, easy to do, but to try and be like sexy is a whole nother thing. Vulnerable for him.
Especially because, I guarantee he practiced, he probably practiced what she was saying, and then maybe didn't feel 100% comfortable. And when you get on stage, if you don't feel like 100% comfortable with it, you're going to get rid of it like that.
Yes,
you're going to go, I'm not going to kill it. And so if he did it, he would just probably look really awkward.
What do you think to yourself to get comfortable?
Wow, what do I think to get comfortable? Honestly,
he takes his shirt off.
Or how do you not
zips it down?
I feel like anyone would be uncomfortable walking on that stage.
Right. Well, and honestly, you have to fall in love with what you're about to do, and that's why like even if somebody gives you great advice. Last year, I did Elvis song. I did Can't Help Falling in Love.
It's such a great song.
Yeah. Well, and what is his name? The guest that week. Adam Lambert. Sorry, I'm so bad. He told me to go falsetto at the end. He told me to change up the notes and go falsetto for the very last notes. And I practiced it, and it sounded okay, but I didn't feel comfortable with it. And they highlighted it in the video right before I sang, and he's like, I think you should do these higher notes. And I'm sitting there going, I'm not going to. Like, I don't feel comfortable with it. And so if I had done it, I would have looked hesitant, I would have looked awkward, and it just wouldn't have come across. So, like, that's
people
kind
can
of the key.
tell if you're not okay
definitely
with
would
it.
have been
So that might be what happened with the hip swing. Is he was like, that's great advice, but if I don't feel comfortable, you may see that in another performance though. He might be working on it this week, and it'll come out later. You know.
Right.
And he said before that he has like a wife and a child, and he's mentioned before that he like misses him so much and stuff, and I don't. Maybe he feels weird about that. I don't know.
Yeah. And
he's never trying to be like a sexual thing.
Yeah. And I respect him for that. That's really cool that he's doing that. That's really cool. I honestly I respect him a lot for that.
Well, speaking of being comfortable, Haley's next, and she sang Michael Jackson's Earth Song, which was huge, and which, by the way, thank you. She started off.
How amazing it sounds.
I know. Well, is this her or is this Michael?
This is her.
Yeah. It's she starts off soft and sweet and like intense. I had no clue she was about to start growling.
I know.
And come after me like a tiger.
She can do that. 1 second is down here, and the next she's growling.
But that's
all
why
up
we
in
love.
there.
Yes, she's so
like
dynamic.
I think the one thing that Randy's note was for Haley, and he kind of came down hard on her on this song.
He was being Simon Cowell tonight.
Very, very angry. He's always against Haley and has been from the beginning. I felt that the growling was a little excessive.
I can agree a little bit too much.
Yeah, and I love
end.
Haley. She's like my number one. She's my favorite.
Yeah.
But I think at the end it became too much.
Yeah, I think
of
it's
the
her
growling.
default
Yeah,
when
that's
she
your
gets
default
nervous
thing.
or compensating.
I agree.
I heard
agree.
someone. I had a vocal coach tell me once. He goes like, he said stuff like that, like the growl and the falsetto and the vibrato stuff. That's a color that you use. And in the first song, it just felt like that's what she was doing. She was like focusing on that. And that can get hard to listen to after a while. It's a great thing to throw into a song and to have there, which is the second song, which is doing the growl. It was so cool. It fit so perfectly. Maybe the first one it was a little too much.
Yeah, no.
I think the switch of it is that song. The Earth song is such a peaceful song and inspirational. I mean, I guess you can have that same passion and that same anger in a inspirational song, but because she was supposed to be crazy in her second song, that growl worked. It was like that Casey moment.
Yeah,
that she had.
exactly.
Yeah. But come on, guys. I mean, first of all,
But even Michael
they
Jackson, when he
killed her on
sings this song,
Yeah.
has that scream moment at the
yes,
end.
and
Yes,
she copied
yes.
him.
Yeah.
She
But
did.
She needed to go there because that's the
Michael
build.
Jackson.
It's
What I
Yeah.
love
Michael.
about it. Yeah.
And
That's
I mean,
what everyone wants to hear.
Exactly.
They think of
just
it,
like
yeah.
they want to hear James Durbin do his dang high scream, you know? Like
right.
we
True.
want to hear her growl. That's her. That's
her
her
shtick.
That's her
Yeah.
shtick.
And that's what's so frustrating for performers.
Yeah,
I know
yeah, it
is
makes
like
me so
people,
mad.
the judges
Yeah.
tell you not to do something. You're like, that's what people like about me.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they want. And the judge is like, we don't like it. You're like, well, no, that's what people keep telling because you can read on the, online and all that, the people's comments. We love that
Right.
about you. And then the judges tell you not to do it. And you're like, wait, hold on, what?
Yeah.
So
Wait,
do you
and-
get to talk to? Sorry,
That's
do you
okay.
get to talk to the judges in between?
We didn't. Last season we didn't. I think it's the same this year. I think a couple years back there was like some controversy about judges being partial to certain people because they could see them backstage. We didn't see the judges at all except on the show days.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't see them at all.
I think that's better.
Do you feel
Yeah.
like what the judges said really had a lot to do with like how America voted?
Honestly, it's funny because America, I think, can see through the judges. America has ears.
Yeah.
They know what they like and what
Exactly.
they don't. And so, I mean, if America hears a performance and they're like, I liked it, and the judges don't like it, they're gonna go, you're crazy. I think that's what happens with Haley's first song for a lot of people.
Yeah.
As they heard Randy like come down on her, and they're like, wait, whoa, hold on, I liked that. You know?
Yeah, and
Right.
it was totally harsh and unnecessarily
Yeah.
harsh. And then he got all weird when he was just like, "Oh, I think Scotty, Lauren, and James are
Yeah.
tied
I didn't
for
like
the
that at all.
top
I didn't
three."
like that at all.
Yeah.
And then Haley was like, "What?" And
It's a setup.
she got defensive, which didn't make her look good.
No.
Which it worries me.
No, because I got
love
a text,
her.
like I was saying before, and I don't want to bash Haley, but we were sitting there watching, and I got a text from my girlfriend watching. Hence like she was upset with Haley, going, "Oh, she needs to go." I mean, did you see her attitude? I'm like, no, she had a right to say
you
that.
have to stand up for yourself
did.
as an artist.
That's
though,
what
too,
I think
because-
too.
Because she was like, "No,
It's tricky.
this is messed up."
Because
It's so tricky though.
It is.
It
It's
does
so
come
tricky.
to a point when you do have to stand up. Like I think we're all performers. I think. And,
Yeah.
And when you do, and someone gives you that feedback, and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna cry.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry.
It's like there's only
Right,
two options.
right,
I'm gonna
right.
cry, get really mad.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna pretend to
Yes.
smile anymore. The muscles in my face
Oh yeah.
will
Right,
just
right.
I'm
tense
just
up like
shaking
this.
right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how do you not? She's been taking it so long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has.
And
Oh, man.
it's actually amazing that that's like all she said. I feel like
Yeah.
if I was up there or someone else was up there, I would just let him
And
have
I really
it.
don't feel like any comment that she made was out of pocket. I felt like she was defending her choice and the way she sang the song and
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
feeling and her passion for
She
the
knew why she
song.
did it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
wasn't really like she was like, "Shut up! I don't care what you say."
Yeah.
kind
No,
of thing.
I
She
know.
wasn't like being
She
defensive
was
in
so-
that
And I
way.
like that she
Right.
owned it. Like she
Yeah.
owned
Yeah,
it. She's
she
like,
did.
this is what I wanted
This
to
is
do.
how I
Like,
feel.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
And so that was good. And I get people like the attitude thing. It might rub some people the wrong
Right.
way,
Yeah.
but I appreciate it. People don't understand. Like this is all she's done all week is get ready for this night.
Yeah.
She puts everything on stage, and then to have him just do that to
Yeah,
her.
Right.
just say that.
And
Yeah.
I don't-
But
I
we
just-
get the feeling.
it
I mean,
hurts.
but also, I know everyone's a performer or been in dance class, acting class, whatever
yeah.
it may be,
Acting class.
acting class, whatever it is,
Whatever you do.
whatever you do, even like academics. the teacher's gonna pick on the best person
Yes,
because they
of
want them to
course.
succeed. They want them to excel. Sometimes there's people they can't go further. Hello, Scotty. He can't do what Haley
which
does.
is
He
why
can't
they're
do what
notes,
James
exactly.
does. They can't give him much criticism anymore. You know, and so he's kind of at this like standstill. So just do what you do best and still make us love you. Now they see something in Haley that maybe we don't. You know, America doesn't see, and so. No.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead. No, I agree with that statement, but I have another thought.
You know, and here's where I want to say yay that they actually did it. And I'm not going to bash those judges right now because of the fact that she did turn it on when she did that Gaga. Well, it's not Gaga's song, but Gaga
had
gave
her moment, her mentoring moment.
And we all saw her in rehearsal. I guess we'll just go ahead and move on to her second song, which was
so good.
It was so good.
Nothing.
So good.
I who have nothing.
Oh man.
Well, guys, before we do that, we actually have a caller on the line.
Hey, caller.
Caller, where are you from? What's your name?
Hey.
Hello?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Who's this?
What's up? This is Adam. I was on AfterBuzz, a long time ago.
Verbiage.
All right. This is Kevin Undergaro's friend, and I was just checking out Wednesday night, and I'm seeing you guys. I like the studio.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Adam, what show were you
I
on?
comment more on American Idol, but I don't remember anything after Kelly Clarkson, to be honest.
That was a little
that's
bit
okay.
ago.
She was one of the
That
best.
was a pretty dang good year,
Yeah,
babe.
she's had the longest career so far.
Adam Lambert. Adam was good.
My mom likes Adam Lambert, but I don't know what happened to him.
He's still doing his. He's still
Interesting.
doing his thing. Yeah. Adam's. I think he's working on another album right now. Actually,
he wasn't the winner though.
Are you watching us right now, Adam?
I'm watching it, so I got to ask you a question. How many more years does American Idol got? Let's be
3.
honest.
I think
I don't know.
I've heard rumors this is the last year. But then again, some people have
I
gone.
think
Ryan Seacrest has signed up for 3 more years.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay,
Three.
then 3
because
years.
of
Thank you,
this.
DJ Jesse.
Because
All
of The
right.
Voice and the X Factor,
Oh, man.
which we also do The Voice too. But and X Factor
That's a plug for
on
that.
Tuesday nights.
Tuesdays at 10 p.m.
Tuesdays at 10. Buy my music. Anyway,
You know, I'm not going to lie, The Voice, I'm kind of into that show.
Love
know.
it.
that's
It is
competition
good.
hot.
for
It's pretty
Idol.
hot.
It's
Yeah.
hot right now.
That's gonna be what kills American Idol eventually.
It
That and
because
X
it's a
Factor.
whole different dynamic. It's a whole different setup. It's almost like a real reality show.
Well, it's
Like,
it's
they
2
don't film it live.
competitions. It's 2 competitions in one. You have the judges
Yes.
competing,
Yeah.
and then you have the contestants competing. So you have
Yeah.
a
It's
lot
like
of competition
The
going
trick
on.
will be to
in one
find out
thing.
if though, because it'll trick will be to see if it's actually like gimmicks or people that's actually interesting. Because that could get old fast.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna dramatize it more than it really is, and that just adds like 2 competitions means so much more drama
Yeah.
that may or may not be true. That's my only like.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
but
Have you
after
been able to
watching
watch?
the episode,
I just watched 1 episode.
okay.
So
And
What about you, Adam? Have you watched The Voice? You said you did, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen like the battleground, but I saw where, you know, the judges are behind and they can't see who's performing. I think
Yeah.
that's really
That's
cool
amazing,
and unique. You never
yeah.
see that nowadays.
It
on
is
TV.
cool.
And
Yeah,
it's funny,
very
I didn't actually get
interesting.
to see that one. I saw last night, so I was like, what? They're like in a boxing ring and like
I
singing?
know.
It,
weird.
It was intense.
it was amazing.
Yeah,
though.
I was
Yeah.
curious to know how they would transition that, but I thought it was interesting, you know, with the battle rounds.
Yeah.
But the blind auditions are a cool idea.
Do you like it, Adam? Do you like American Idol better or The Voice better?
I think, I mean, for younger generations, I don't know, I'm 21. I like The Voice. It's newer. It kind of goes with those more like, I don't know, the song choices they use and the people that are on the show. I feel they just hit me better than American Idol. I'm kind of over American Idol, to be honest. You know, it's kind of, it had its run, and I feel like The Voice might take over, or maybe
I
a new
think,
show.
too,
You never
with The
know.
Voice,
But I just honestly think American Idol is just, I don't know.
It's been
there's
on for 10 years.
Yeah, and there's the potential with The Voice to be really interesting because each season it can be a new panel of judges. It doesn't always
That's
have to
true.
be Christina,
Yeah, that's true.
CeeLo, and Adam or
Yeah.
Which I
Levine,
doubt.
or sorry.
It's probably gonna be a whole nother
It'll be a
set of
whole
people
nother
in it.
panel
Yeah.
of 4,
Yeah.
you know, to
Which-
judge.
yes.
So that would be really good. So
Which
we'll
is going to
see.
make it really interesting.
You're gonna be on it?
But everybody, Frenchie Davis is my front runner for The
Yes.
Voice.
And she
She
called
is.
in last night thanks to
She
Ashanti.
did.
Yeah,
She's my
Adam,
childhood friend. I love
Frenchie
Frenchie
called
Davis.
in with Ashanti. They were
so nice.
watching it together. So
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
do you
Love
know?
it.
I heard, what's her name? Say again, the one that starts with an F. I heard she did really well last night in the,
With
I don't
an
know, someone said the boxing ring match or whatever you want to call that, the challenge. Fonzie or whatever her name is.
Frenchie.
Frenchie.
Fonzie, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She called in
You know what I've
last
noticed?
night.
I've noticed a lot of American Idol people, if they don't like get to the final stage, are now going on these other shows. So it's kind of like the same people from show to show. So it's kind of getting,
That I was gonna say that I think there's so many of these shows out there. There's America's Got Talent. There's American Idol. X Factor's coming out. They've got The Voice. All these shows. There's so many people who have already auditioned.
Yeah.
That eventually you're just gonna get a bunch of repeats, and that's gonna get boring to people.
Exactly.
That's why I think all of these shows are gonna hit a rough spot here because there's so many.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
That's true, but if you get in there first, then
Exactly.
It
I mean, and the thing is, you can never
Yeah.
blame anybody for
Exactly.
trying. You can never
It's
blame
true.
any of the contestants.
Yeah.
They're just
and
doing
that
their
I
thing.
think
They're trying
that's what makes The Voice such an interesting project, because you have artists who have had recording deals and they're
Actual
completely
performers.
being judged solely on The Voice, like
Yeah.
what they hear
At the
from
start.
behind. It's
At the
like
start.
that's it. That's all you get is this voice, and then
Right.
you turn around and you're like, oh, this
Well,
girl from
and I was, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
this
no,
girl
whatever.
from American Idol.
Well,
Yeah.
the great thing about The Voice is that when we listen to the radio or MP3 or whatever iTunes, it is a voice.
Yeah.
We're not seeing no face and some crazy faces and
Right,
whatever,
right.
you know? I mean, it's The Voice.
But the other part of that is that the people you hear on your iPod, they didn't get signed just because of their voice.
Yeah, yeah.
None
That's
of them.
true.
They have to
I
have
know
a persona,
that.
and so it's like
It's the whole
a great
package.
show.
Right.
The funny thing will be to see how it transitions to real life and how many of them actually you hear on the radio later
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Because
That's
people
true.
have to want to go to their concerts, which means they have to be
Right.
drawn to them as a
Right.
performer. So like it's tricky. It'll be an interesting show. I'm always curious, having been through American Idol, just to see what happens to these people afterwards.
It'll be interesting
Yeah.
to. Well, it at a certain round after they finish the battle rounds, they go into the audience
Yeah.
voting and America pulling
And then
in
it's
their
gonna feel a
favorite.
lot
So
like
then you'll
American
have
Idol.
your
Yeah,
American
then it's
Idol
gonna be
moment,
different.
and then you'll see who rises to the top
Yeah.
and all of that. So it'll be.
And you're
fun
gonna
in
have
that
the
regard.
same issues that people have with Idol, with people getting kicked off. They're gonna
Yeah.
be like, they were the best, but they didn't get the votes, and
Yeah.
so
Well, that was the issue last night with Miss Frenchie and Terrell Ramsey. That was some good stuff. It was a lot of.
So
I
good.
like
And the
that other
CeeLo
girl.
battle too.
Terrell.
The
Yeah.
Nikki and Vicky
So
battle
intense.
was intense.
That was
so.
amazing.
Yeah, but they were
But
awesome.
anyway,
So, Adam,
listen to
Adam,
our
That's
show.
for Tuesday
Are
night.
you still there, Adam?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm still
Okay,
here.
so you're with your mama. Tell her we said hey.
I am with my mama. She wants to know, this has been dying on her mind, but she wants to know how you guys feel about the singing bee, I guess, is where they like or just sing us. I don't know, what is it? I don't really know.
I know. The singing
right.
bee is actually
Like filling in the
you
words.
filling in the words, like from pretty woman walking.
right.
Boring.
Do y'all know the rest?
Down
yeah,
the street.
yeah, okay. You know, I mean, and so it's like anybody. can
That's
do
not
it.
interesting on TV, I don't think.
No.
That's a
No.
fun game to play with your friends,
Yeah.
but to make you sit down and watch
the
it, it's
bar.
like
Well, it's lasted. I mean, it's still on. It's on
Wasted.
CMT. I
yeah,
think now.
but a
or
lot
something.
of TV shows have
Oh.
lasted when they should have been cut a long
True.
time ago. So
Believe me,
there's
we
a lot of
The
channels
good
out
ones
there.
always get cut.
Yep.
Shame.
Sorry.
Well,
They still have to bring back Walker. Sorry, that's
Walker.
Walker
Texas
Texas
Ranger.
Ranger.
Yeah.
I want to see Chuck Norris again.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all do. We all do.
Well, let me make that phone call.
Yeah,
Right?
We can do that.
Wow.
Oh man, sorry. I just want to see another roundhouse kick.
Yeah.
4 different
so
times.
good.
Well,
Did you say
man.
kick? All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks,
So,
Adam.
thank you, Adam and Mama Adam.
Oh, we have another caller.
We have
actually.
another caller.
Thank you so
we-
much. I'll
so
be
thank
looking
you.
on Ustream, so
Okay,
I'll be
thank
here.
you.
Thank
Bye.
Have a good night.
This is our other caller. Hello.
Hi, this is Heather.
Hey, Heather.
Hey, Heather. Where are you calling from?
To Tacoma, Washington.
What? That is where I was born. That is the city I was
That's
born in.
awesome.
Tacoma,
Do you
Washington.
happen to know
Washington's showing
Tim?
a lot of love.
I know. Well, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Do you know this handsome man over here?
I met him at the American Idol concert in Seattle.
All right.
All right. Cool
Awesome.
beans. Do you remember her?
Honestly, I'm trying to remember
What was
because I
her
met a
name
lot of
again?
people. Did I meet you before the show outside?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought so. I didn't want to say that
Great
because it's
memory.
always
Yeah,
weird.
you have a
but
good memory.
I remember meeting you outside before the show. That was crazy. That was a lot of fun.
He's blushing right now.
Do you know Emma?
Yeah, no, she just called
Yeah,
in.
she just called.
Her and Kayla met you at your last concert.
Yep.
And they made a video. They asked you to make a video saying hi to a girl named Heather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
Awesome. No, I totally remember that. A little video shout out. I totally remember
Yeah.
that. That's funny. Wow.
Yeah, pretty much made my day.
Are you coming to the show next month?
I'm really trying to. It's the day before my graduation, so I'm
He's
trying
gonna
to
be
get
shirtless,
myself
Heather.
a ticket for graduation.
Wait, it's for
charity. I'm sorry.
I will not be shirtless. Calm down.
He'll be shirtless after the show.
Yeah, you should tell your parents to get it as a graduation gift.
Stay for the encore.
Yeah, that's definitely a very good one.
I'm gonna get in so much trouble right now.
No, you're not. Hey, we're just mean over here. We like to tease.
We're
It's just so
selling
easy to
tickets.
tease.
Right?
We're
Just keep
selling
picking on me.
tickets.
Just keep picking on me. That's fine.
Everybody
We're
always
trying to be
picking on
marketing
me.
geniuses like Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yes.
That's all we got. So, what'd you think of the show tonight, Heather? Did you watch it?
American Idol?
Yeah.
Yes.
She didn't watch.
Yes, I definitely did.
Who do you think's gonna get kicked off tomorrow
Who's your
night?
fave?
Well, they were all really, really good, but Scotty is my favorite, so I hope he doesn't go.
So what about him? What about him puts him above everybody else? Oh.
I don't know. He's just really good.
And he's cute.
Good looking.
Yes.
And when they have the
And
light
he's
coming
funny,
down from behind,
and
it
he
looks
can
like he has
shoot-
a halo.
Right.
And he can shoot basketballs from really, really far away.
Hey, I can do that.
But like, okay.
And
I
he
didn't see
just seems like a very good person. So,
Exactly.
I have
See,
a
people are drawn to
question.
people. They're not. It's
Would you hook up with Scotty?
Oh.
Oh snap! You do not
well,
have to answer.
he is a year younger than me, so that might be a little weird, but
Oh.
once
Oh,
he
you're
turns
younger.
18,
Oh, no.
once he turns 18, I'm all for that.
Oh, he's not
really?
18.
I will tell
Legal.
Scotty that if I see him again.
So
Illegal.
you think he's attractive like that? Or he's
Yes,
just
he's
like
cute.
cute?
He's not the little boy pinches cheeks cute.
He's cute enough to
No,
grab
no,
his
not
other
little boy
cheeks
pinches cheeks
when
cute,
he's
like cute.
All right.
He's
all
cute
right.
enough to pinch cheeks when he turns 18.
Right. Not yet. Not yet.
No.
Yeah.
Wait,
No.
he'll have to kiss his cross after this conversation.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Scotty's a good guy. I don't know. He's a good guy.
I think he is.
He
just
may be the
charming.
winner, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot
I'm
of
not
ladies
kidding.
voting for him.
But
we
here's the thing:
do.
we were talking about this earlier. There hasn't been a country guy to win
Yeah,
American Idol,
yeah.
and also there hasn't been too many 17-year-old guys as well that have made it this far.
no.
So
Wait, how old was David Archuleta?
He was
David
16.
Archuleta is-
He was
is-
young.
Yeah, he was really young. He
16.
got second, but
He was like 17 too.
yeah. David
Yeah.
Archuleta was young, but other than that, I mean.
well, I like Scotty better.
Well, I think Scotty would be an awesome friend, but in
Right.
terms of this competition, I don't think he should win.
No.
Well, okay, and it's all a matter of opinion at this point. Like it's just.
when it's
Okay,
America's
Heather, what do you think
votes.
about Haley? Because they were really dissing on Haley tonight. So, what was your opinion on that?
I think she's really good, but I would say Lauren is my favorite girl.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh. So what did you think about her attitude towards the judges?
I thought she handled it good because then she made her next performance really good.
Yes,
so yeah.
true.
Yeah,
Very true.
It was a setup, y'all. It was a setup.
It was a setup.
Those judges were setting it up for that next performance. They knew what was coming.
Yeah, they knew.
So would you agree if I said that they have been really harsh on her the past few weeks? If you've been watching?
Yeah, kinda. I think so, kinda.
Okay. Did you like both of her songs tonight or the second one better? Or the first one?
I liked the second one a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you influenced by the judge's opinion of her first song?
No,
Did
not
you
really.
enjoy the performance? Did you not enjoy the performance before Randy said he hated the performance?
Yeah, kinda. I just didn't think this song was good for her.
Okay.
You know what's interesting
I don't know,
about
that's
it?
just me.
Watching the show, I think for some people, the performance doesn't end when the song's done. The performance ends when the judges stop talking.
Right.
And so, I mean, that's for
Yeah.
some
True.
people, because if the judges say it was bad, then they look back on the performance and
oh,
go, "What
yeah.
didn't I like?" And it might highlight stuff they didn't particularly like in the song. So, I mean, it's.
I mean, look at her wailing right now.
But I think that's the other thing
she's singing
too
on our screen
is
right now.
being in studio and hearing that and being at home. It sounds completely
different.
different.
Yeah,
It's so
I'm sure.
different. So
Completely.
it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll let that one go.
Well, Heather, thank you so much for calling in. We're getting all these Washington people. Give us some more love.
I like it.
We like having you,
Yay.
Tim.
Thank
I
you
know,
for
right?
letting me.
Yeah.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
you better try to come to the show.
Yeah, it will be the
I
perfect.
definitely will.
It'll be
All right,
the
awesome.
perfect graduation
Okay.
gift to yourself.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Have a
good
great
night.
night.
Later.
Jinx.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so we've pretty much, said all we need to say about Haley, y'all.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we can move on.
Run her to the ground.
I know.
Wait,
Well,
hold on.
She also looked gorgeous. I'll just put that
Yeah.
out there. Like, her
What is
second.
Hold on,
Wait.
there was one thing
Prom
about
hair.
Haley. There was one thing about Haley. Just the whole idea that it felt kind of like a setup with the judges. They were
Tell us
meaner.
more, tell
they
us
were
more.
they were meaner to her on the first song than they should have been.
Right.
Because they knew what was coming next. Like they knew the next performance.
Oh.
And it all
they watch
it honestly-
rehearsals, people.
Right. I mean,
Right, true.
they're not completely surprised by what happens on stage, and so whether or not it kind of felt like a setup to where when she went on to the second time, they could be like, "That's exactly what we told you to do." When she was gonna do that anyway,
Right.
like that's how she practiced the song. She may have had a little bit more attitude, like a little bit more anger, but that song was gonna be killer whether they were nice to her the first time or not.
Yeah.
But if they're
Right.
mean the first time, it makes her second song seem so much bigger
That's
because it's like an
true.
answer to them.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
When
true.
really, that's what Gaga told her to do.
Right.
Gaga
Right.
told her to do that, and so that's
And
kind of
she
an
might have
interesting-
mixed her note for the first song with her note from Gaga on the second
Yeah.
song.
Right,
Is what
right,
you're saying?
yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, like it kind of felt like the judges were almost setting themselves up to say, "Hey, you did what we told you to do."
Right,
to
right.
give themselves a little bit of relevance when she's gonna kill that second song anyway.
Yeah.
She's
Right.
always gonna kill that second song.
She killed that first song for me.
Yeah,
too,
well,
it was
I love the first
Yeah,
song.
it was
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Well, and
I
then
just think her voice is
but
amazing.
then,
Yeah,
of
she's
course,
really
that
amazing.
Yeah.
drew our attention towards her, and now
Yeah.
we're like, "Was she gonna do it? Is she gonna do it?"
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was rooting for her,
And, okay, in the recap,
that.
the recap video, like we were talking about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
you noticed that the recap video, you saw that attitude as well.
Yes.
When that was, like we talked about before, that's the rehearsal.
Right.
That comes from the dress rehearsals. That was before the judges had said
Right,
anything to her.
right.
She still had that attitude.
Right.
You know, her first
Wait,
performance.
sorry. What moment are you talking about?
The recap at the very, very end when they show clips from the songs.
Oh,
It's from the
okay.
dress
Oh,
rehearsal
right, right.
because they can't clip it together fast enough. So,
uh-huh.
and
Which
that,
a
on the-
lot of people, you don't know this. I
Yeah.
mean, they can't get those last performances. It's too fast to find,
Right.
to do all the editing.
Right.
So they actually filmed the dress rehearsal.
Yeah, they filmed the dress rehearsal, and it's just another performance, and
Right.
it's going to be about the same.
Yeah.
And so the recap, you saw the attitude that Haley
Yeah,
had in the recap,
right,
and it was the same,
Yeah.
like a little bit more when she performed it, but
Yeah.
it was still there.
Yeah.
So they didn't bring that out of her. That was there to
Yeah.
begin
Yeah,
with.
that's
Right.
true.
It just
She
felt more.
always gives you that
Yeah.
attitude,
Yeah.
though. That's what I'm saying. She has that urban. It's something urban about her that I
She
just
does.
get.
It's Tim Urban about
Yeah,
her.
it is. It's
There
that,
it
she
is.
has that
Urban in the heels.
urban quality in
Yeah.
her voice
She's
too that
fierce.
just
Sure.
kind of like
She's
takes me
fierce.
there. And I love R&B music, so her voice is
Yeah.
like perfect. It's
And
that
you know what?
perfect tone.
She doesn't remind me of 3 other artists. She
Yeah,
does, she
very
doesn't
true.
she doesn't remind me of everyone else that I've ever heard
Right,
sing
it's
music.
true.
like-
She's
like
our
that
Janis
style.
Joplin.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
mean it's really cool to see because I listened to her and I wasn't thinking, wow, she sounds just like this person.
Right.
Right.
I was thinking this girl is just crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and she's got some
Amazing.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful tones, beautiful colors. So I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the package, and enough said.
Maybe a young Mariah Carey, the look wise. Hair
She
and all that
does
stuff
kind
when
of
she
look
first
like
came out.
yeah in the early
But I
90s.
feel
Yeah.
she's more down to earth than
Oh
Mar-
yeah,
For
I'm not
sure.
saying like personality wise because Mariah doesn't have stage presence,
Just
and I
kind of
don't
the
think
image.
she
We
does-
were
yeah,
talking-
the look
Yeah,
of
the-
her
yeah,
early
yeah.
Mariah.
We were
curly
talking
hair
about
that-
Mariah last night, you guys. We
Yeah,
were
and the
just
voice.
watching
No way.
Vision
clips
of Love.
of her because
Oh.
I was, for some reason I had like I don't know if this is embarrassing or not, but I really wanted to listen to her, and so I listened to her like all day yesterday.
I'm sorry.
And we were
so sorry.
and
Just had a baby.
and with Jessie, like literally, we were watching the videos, and literally, she just like put the microphone in her mouth, and like a little bird in her throat just like was whistling. I mean, that's what it sounds
You know,
like.
you know her high.
It
No, you know her
sounds-
high.
Oh, the high
I
note.
know.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't even imitate it.
Let me just
Yeah.
say,
You
I
know,
love when
in-
people
in
try to imitate that.
emotions.
It's
That
amazing.
is crazy.
I love
Yeah.
imitations of
Yeah.
that.
She's
Incredible.
crazy.
She has amazing range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've never
Just
seen
no
her on
stage
stage.
presence.
but-
Her range
She has
goes
no
beyond
stage.
comfortable to listen to. You're just
Yeah.
kind of in awe of it. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't really like that note, but it's impressive.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she does probably have the biggest range in the history
It's
of
insane.
ranges.
Yeah,
She's
she's like
incredible.
5
And
octaves.
some
Five
Yeah.
octaves.
Yeah. It's
So
crazy.
talking about range and who really doesn't have that much range, but America obviously loves this man who was a grocery store cashier, which we learned tonight.
We love the picture.
I was trying to figure out which grocery store it was. I couldn't. This might have been the
Yeah,
Piggly
it
Wiggly.
didn't
Kroger?
say.
I think they
No.
closed all the Piggly Wigglies, or
They
most
did?
of them. Yeah.
Maybe, I think, because he lives in North Carolina. But anyway, Scotty the
Kroger,
Body. He sang Alan Jackson's "Where Were You
Scotty
When the World
the
Stopped
Body.
Turning."
An
What?
interesting. It just kind of clicked with me. Like the range. He doesn't have a huge range. Country music, he doesn't have to have a huge
No.
range.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Not
that's
at
the
all.
beauty of it. He does country music perfectly. If he was trying to do R&B, not a
Yeah.
chance. But
Yeah.
country music, you don't have to.
And
So
he's
he
very,
can do
very,
that.
very,
Yeah.
very, very consistent.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the most consistent. I mean, his pitch is probably one of the best on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, we never go, "Oh, sorry, dude, that was bad." We're never
Yeah.
like squirming over here
Some
going,
of the scoops are a little, but I mean, normally he's like
But
right
then
on.
again, Tim, country, you can get away
Yeah.
with scooping.
And so what I was gonna say is like, I'm never like, oh, that was bad, but it's because he doesn't challenge himself in
Yeah.
that way for me.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, he doesn't take risks like I
Yeah.
want him to.
Well, and the thing is about people taking risks. When people take risks, it's because they're doing a song they know they can sing anyway.
Uh-huh.
Like they're doing a song because he sings country or Haley sings a certain type of music normally. I guarantee she sings other types of music on the side.
Yeah.
She just wouldn't perform it. So when she's taking a risk, she's like, well, I sing this kind of music anyway. It's not what I normally do,
Yeah.
but I know I can. So
Yeah.
for Scotty, like there's not a whole lot he could take a risk on.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's true.
And what's really cool about Scotty for me is I always think about after the show, he's got a huge market. There's no like young country
Yes.
big star. There's
True.
no Taylor Swift
It's true.
guy version
version.
Taylor Swift.
That's true.
It's very true.
Yeah, he's got it all set
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
No.
So
I'm right again. I'm telling you, it's
right.
terrible.
Okay, hold on. How hard is it to predict that Scotty's gonna go far in this show? How hard was that to predict? Like,
Not at all.
is
Oh,
anyone
so hard.
shocked that Scotty's still on the show?
Yeah. Even the judges
Not
in
not
it to win it.
anymore. Not
I don't
anymore.
think in the beginning.
I don't think in the
though.
beginning.
I don't think in
Yeah.
the beginning.
Okay,
It
when
was-
I met
he's
him,
never been in the bottom, right?
when I met Scotty, my sister told me, I had to say hi. That was back top 24. Like that was a while ago.
That was a
and
while ago.
He was already favorite.
Yeah.
I was hearing about Scotty since from the audition.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
J Lo was on him. You know,
J
what I'm
Lo's
saying?
in
Like,
love with him.
Because
In love.
look at him, and then
He's
when that
cute.
voice comes out,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
so
and
low.
that's what, because it's like Josh Turner.
Yeah.
Josh Turner is this little guy, and he's not looking like he's gonna be coming singing like this deep,
Right.
low, Barry White kind of voice.
Yeah.
But
And then he does.
our Jesse J, and he's playing right now, Young Blood.
Well, he also, I'm looking at the tape of him, and he also kind of looks like the guy from Glee. What's
Which
the one that dates Rachel Berry?
Oh, the lead.
lead-
Oh,
Finn.
Finn.
So all the teeny boppers, definitely on
Definitely a teeny
Yeah.
bopper kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the look. He's incredibly marketable, which is
yeah.
and he can sing and he
And
can
so
sing
is
live.
Lady
so.
Gaga with her Crazy Soul.
She is not marketable for the same reason.
Those
Look,
shoes,
those
though,
shorts
baby.
and those
Look at
shoes, y'all.
that.
She's got booty shorts on. And I can't.
She
even.
is scaring Scotty right there.
can't
She's
even.
I swear he was
He literally
scared to
kissed
death.
his cross.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's
he's.
so
She put
funny.
the fear in him.
But
Love the shoes.
so
Gaga.
what he did with this, honestly, like, oh, when she said, act like the microphone is the center of a hot dog, okay? And then she said, act like it's your girlfriend now,
Right.
okay? And act
And
like
she's
you're
gonna
tonguing
leave
her.
you.
And she's
Stick
gonna
your
leave you
tongue
if you don't
down her
stick your
throat.
tongue down her throat.
Okay.
Yes, so amazing.
Okay, funny comment. Last season, Usher was one of the mentors, right? And he told me I was singing a love song, and he goes, "Pretend I am the woman of your dreams," right? And I'm like, "You're not. You're Usher. You're Usher." Like,
Right.
Yeah.
a little weird. And so like I
Oh
I
my
can't really
God.
do that. And so pretend the microphone's your girlfriend. I'm like,
Wow.
it's kind of weird.
It's acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I've
is,
had
it
so
is
many. I've
acting.
had so many vocal teachers say, "Okay, Catherine, like act like the mic is your boyfriend. You're in love with them." I'm like, "Well, that's gonna be."
I would just
Well,
like to
she
say
was
it's not that hard to say get close to the microphone.
Right. It's
Well,
true.
okay,
But I think
you
the
guys-
image that she was trying to create in his brain is like, this is your life
Yeah.
force.
Stay
This is
right
where you need to
here.
be, right
Like,
in here.
this is
and
what you're
don't
trying to
come
say.
out over here
Yeah,
and start
'cause
doing all of this.
He did
because
all the flute
it's- You don't need to
business,
do
you know.
it.
Well,
don't need
you
to do
guys,
it.
I'm just saying that there's something to be said about embarrassing yourself, and it makes you better and stuff. But I got my degree in acting and went to this like a conservatory place and
like this little.
She went to a conservatory.
Right.
All right.
place and the teacher made someone how do I say this
Masturbate
nicely?
on
Masturbate in front of everybody.
Wow.
And it made his performance amazing.
Are you talking about an acting class?
Yeah.
Oh well, let me tell you something. I've actually had auditions where I had to
An audition?
Pretend
Audition.
that you were
audition.
Yeah.
Sit there
I did
and
too.
I was like,
God.
and I literally saved it till the audition. I did it for my acting coach once, but I was like, but it was PG. But then again, it was like, this is not
Not if you
comfortable.
masturbate.
What PG movie am I gonna find that
Yeah.
It was a TV show.
Hold on, I would like to make a comment. I just
Yeah.
realized it on here. When he did his performance at the start and they had like the 4 different camera shots, I'm proud of him for hitting all of those marks.
yeah.
He did that really, really well. Just randomly throwing that
oh,
out there.
good.
He,
We
he
like
works
that.
he works the camera.
He does work
Yeah.
the
He
camera.
works the camera.
And he looks at
He's-
you right in the eye and
Oh, yeah.
he
He's
raises his eyebrow.
Definitely a Justin Guarini when it comes to that camera. Justin Guarini was second
that is a shot from the
place.
back.
Look at him.
But
He had
Justin
so much
Guarini
fun.
got really far with working that camera and
Oh, yeah.
doing the eyebrows and being like all in the. That's what I'm saying. When we were talking in past, Stefano was one of the people. You have to connect. You have to open your eyes. You have to be here in the camera or with the audience. Somebody has to feel your vibe, or we will not know what's going on. And we have another caller coming through, and let's say hey. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Wait, are you from Washington?
No, this is Danielle from San Diego.
Hey,
Hi.
Danielle.
How you
Hey,
doing?
what's up?
Oh,
West
I can't
Side.
hear. Oh,
Wait a minute. Hold on. Danielle from San Diego.
yeah.
Hold on. We were hanging out a little while ago, weren't we?
Yes.
Were we hanging out with your grandpa?
I'll be his lady.
What?
We were hanging out with your grandpa, weren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Has he made that video yet?
No,
Oh.
not yet. I know I need to get on that.
Sorry.
So does someone want to explain what
What's
happened?
really fun, American Idol, they had this bus tour to promote the show this year,
Uh-huh.
and I went down to their stop in San Diego. And I met Danielle and her grandpa, and they had this karaoke there, and her grandpa apparently loves karaoke, and I told her he should do Kiss Me Through the Phone, because that was one of the options. And so she promised me that she was going to get him on video singing Kiss Me Through the Phone. It hasn't happened yet.
Danielle.
Maybe you
Gotta
should
get on
sing
it.
it first, and then I'll get a
Clock
video.
is a ticking.
Right? I'm just
Gotta
saying.
get on it.
We got to get that video made.
Gotta
Yeah,
get it done.
Gotta get it made.
What did you think of the show tonight, Danielle?
I thought it was pretty good. I was kind of distracted during it, but
By what, girl?
Uh-oh.
Please tell.
We're getting personal right now.
I was making my own videos.
Oh!
Oh, snap.
Oh, wow. Wow.
What was it about?
Question
No,
mark?
just random stuff.
All right.
Something she's not willing to talk about on the air, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
All right.
Okay, Danielle.
You were
Cool.
petting
Okay,
your dog.
hold on. Do you have a favorite of the night, and do you think someone in particular is going home this week?
Well, Scotty's my favorite.
Besides Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty wins, apparently.
I'm telling you.
Everyone loves Scott.
What is it about Scotty that is better than everybody else?
Well, I just like country music, so.
Well, that's
There
a
we
good
go.
call.
That is a
That's
good
legitimate
answer. That is a very good
Yes,
answer.
yes.
Hold on. Does that mean that Lauren's your second favorite?
Huh?
Lauren, is she your second favorite?
Maybe.
Well, let's get on to Lauren, y'all. What did we think about Lauren tonight overall?
She always kills it, I think.
Her voice is beautiful.
Oh, she's incredibly talented for being that young. You forget
I
how
know.
young she is when she's on
I
stage.
know.
Here's the song that she sang.
The first,
No, actually, this is the second song she sang that Jesse's playing. This is
the second song was Trouble. This is
Anyway.
no,
Anyway,
the
yeah.
second song was. Oh yeah.
Right,
Anyway,
for Anyway.
you're right. Okay.
I loved Anyway.
I
thought
actually,
she felt
Anyway
good.
was my fave, so
Yeah,
that's why
she's so connected.
Evil wasn't my favorite. I mean, Trouble wasn't as much as my favorite as this one was.
I agree.
This is kind of her vibe. This is kind of
It
her
is,
style.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's right in the pocket for
Yeah.
her. Like, it's not.
Yes.
She didn't take a risk, but
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, but it was good.
I think Lauren is the kind of singer that needs to just stand still. She
Right.
hasn't found her footing in her performance
Right.
yet to where she can walk around and like give you
Yes.
a show. So she just needs to stand still and give me the voice. And I think that's
And she's
what-
got the voice to back it up.
Exactly.
Isn't that what she did in the second song?
She
That's
did.
what
She
she
walked
gave us
around
some-
in the second song.
She watched
She
around.
did.
She
A
did
little bit.
the hair toss and the hair toss. I was like, oh girl.
She was
Well,
like
she
a
had to. She
different
had to for
person.
that
Her
song.
walk.
Yeah.
What was her walk tonight?
It was
It was
drama. She
fierce
gave me
drama.
catwalk,
Ashanti,
baby.
let's
We
do
had
catwalk.
drama.
She gave me catwalk. Hold
do it.
on.
Okay, you guys, you're about to see the
There it
ultimate,
Jeez.
the
Oh,
catwalk.
jeez.
Wait, no, we have to do the. It's the. toss.
Yeah.
And the toss.
Uh-huh.
And the turn.
That is what they do on the catwalk, you guys.
That is exactly what happens.
You guys, crazy in love.
Wait, y'all don't do the catwalk?
No, only they do the catwalk. Only they do.
We're the crazies. I know.
Sorry, Danielle, you had to bear witness to that craziness.
It's all good.
So did you like Lauren tonight? Did you think she was awesome?
Yeah, I always like her.
Okay. Nice. She's crazy good. I met her. She is super nice in person.
What did you think of her hair? I always have questions about
I
this
didn't
hair.
like it.
You didn't like the hair?
It looked like an old woman.
Yeah, I always have
she
issue
kind
with
of
her
looked
hair.
like is it not Mormon, but it's like the people that have they wear their hair curly, like
Hasidic Jews? No.
No.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
It's
All I think was a little wrinkly.
It's a
That's true.
religion, and they all have their hair curly.
I think it's Hasidic Jew.
Yeah, the
But
little
is that what you're
ringlets.
talking about?
With
the
the-
hats?
the
No,
hats?
that's not what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Hasidic Jew.
No, not that.
Oh.
Anyway.
We don't know what she's talking about right now.
I always have a problem with Lauren's look because, like we all do, we all forget that she's 16 years old, 15 years old, whatever her age is. But they put so much makeup and so much hair and so much clothes and accessories and everything that it's just like so much.
Yes,
So
yes. Too
much
much
to
for
look
her.
at.
She's
It's so much
16
to
years
look
old.
at.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have.
Let's
Yeah.
see
And I
something.
understand
What do
the
you think?
Southern, that it's big, everything's big and all that.
Yeah.
It's just so much. It's so distracting sometimes for me.
I have a. I mean, this is just a personal note. Like, this is just me. When I watch Lauren, like, I want her just personally. Not, I mean, performing. She can go out there and she can create like the second one. Like a second performance. She can go out and do that. But for me, like, I want her to be 16, just because I want her as a person to be 16.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if she's in this industry, she's gonna be forced to grow up so fast.
Yeah.
And for me, like, that's not. I mean, you've seen it time and time again with really young artists.
Hey.
Like they just
Oh, we have another caller?
they just get grown up way too fast.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi, who's
what's your
this?
name?
My name's Troy.
Troy!
Troy Christian, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing?
What are you crazy kids doing over there?
We're
Whoa.
missing your
Yeah.
butt and Nathan's butt.
Mm-hmm.
What are you
How's it
doing,
going?
crazy
The rest of
man?
Oh, I just got out of the editing bay, and I figured I would check in with y'all and see how it was going.
He's on our show.
Just missing your butt, Troy.
Well, Tim Urban is here with us.
Are you watching us?
Say what? I just actually TiVo'd it, so I was just catching up a little bit because I wanted to be a little bit educated when I called. So
Oh,
I
good.
just checked out the first 4 performances of the night, and I just have one question for you. Who said Haley from the get-go? I just wanted to ask that question.
That's me. That's me.
She's gotta beat Scotty.
Yeah,
It's got to be
exactly.
a Scotty Haley duo, our battle royale, because Scotty's got this. This is from where
Right.
the callers that we've been having in here, they all love the boy.
They do.
Well, you know,
Scotty the Body.
Those country music fans. I have to say, here's my take on tonight. The purest voice left in the competition, that would be Lauren.
Yeah.
I mean, that girl's singing like a crystal bell.
She's a baby.
Haley's got the most stank on her, but Scotty, who I still feel like should have been voted off long ago, he's got that country style, and that's a very popular style with a lot of fans, and he's kind of cute.
A lot of
so
ladies.
He's probably going to be around for a minute.
I like how you put that, Troy. Kind of cute.
Kind of cute. So how are you all doing? What's the word over there at AfterBuzz?
The word at AfterBuzz, we're so excited tonight because we've had like so many callers and everybody's
From Washington.
getting
Yeah,
excited.
repping
Plus we got a
Washington.
little Idol alum over here tonight,
Mr. Tim Urban.
Tim Urban.
Season 9.
But
Season
yeah,
9.
we're
All right.
actually
Gotta get that plug.
Troy.
All of that. We gotta
We're
put all
actually
that
on
in
our
there.
last person right now, and it's Lauren, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have we're going to talk about one more thing. You can talk about it with us. We're going to talk about her song that she sang, "Trouble."
He didn't see that performance.
You haven't seen it
Oh
yet.
yeah. I didn't see
Yeah.
it.
You
You've
know
only
what,
seen the
Troy?
first one.
Watch the whole thing and then listen. And if
All
we're
right.
still doing it, call back.
You got much longer are y'all going to be there?
We're gonna be here for a few more minutes. Yeah.
Like 10
All right,
minutes.
I'll shuttle through and then I'll call back in.
Go to Lauren and then call back.
Yeah.
And check in with y'all.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right.
Thanks for
Miss
calling.
ya. Come
All
back
right,
to our
rock it out,
show.
AfterBuzz.
Buzz you
Buzz you later.
Wait, don't turn me off yet.
Oh wait, you guys. Okay, is Lauren the one where Lady Gaga said "be crazy" and be
No.
like you're just a laugh away from a
No.
tear?
That was Haley.
That was Haley.
Was that
was
Haley?
Haley.
Okay.
It was the breath that she wanted her to take before she
Oh,
goes
yeah, is that it?
into that moment of I love you. She wanted her to
which was
see
spectacular.
It. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
so
was
good.
fantastic.
So good.
And it took her to the place that she
It was-
needed to.
Automatic.
Yeah,
Oh, so
exactly.
good. Yeah. So good.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
So good.
So good.
And Gaga, I felt like was a great mentor for the show.
She
Like,
was. She knows
She
it.
gave some great notes, some great
That was hot.
tips to like, ooh, that
So,
walk.
yeah, I mean, she started out
She
so
gave me
strong.
fire in the beginning. But that's what I'm saying. The opening, it's almost like you just need that turnaround, that walk, and let me just stop at the center of the
Right.
stage and give you that performance.
Yeah,
that, I don't need you to
exactly.
go, maybe this could have worked too.
She always does this
But she
with other
always
people on
has
stage.
moments where she sings and she forgets that she's performing,
Right.
and she drops
Yeah.
her character or whatever that she's
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Like this walk over to here. It's not. She's not in it.
Yeah, she needs to.
Okay,
talk
what
to
was
us.
She has
that
to
walk?
commit to
It was
the
like
whole
a
thing.
weird shoulder roll with the same leg at the same time. Sorry, geography mine, but
Yeah, because that's
That is something practiced that maybe didn't feel 100% comfortable,
Yeah.
and that's what happened. You know.
it's okay. She's
And
a singer, not a
question
dancer.
for you, Tim. Do they give you choreography, or is it something that you
question.
take upon yourself to move around the judges' table
Honestly,
and all of
it's
that?
like they'll give you some plugs if they think you need to, but they kind of leave it up to you. It's like, what do you want to
It's
do
your
with it?
performance.
But they encourage you to move around. They encourage you to use the stage to not just stand still.
Right.
Because
Okay.
for one, since it's visual, like they can get a bunch of different shots. They
Right.
can get you
Yeah,
different
yeah.
angles, walking around. So it's kind of there's a cool factor to moving
Right.
around the stage.
Right.
So they do encourage you to do that.
So, Tim, do they really want you to do the same thing that you do in rehearsal as you do in the performance? Pretty close.
When you like the dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. What was actually funny is one of my performances.
Oh, all the friends have the tie-dye hair. Okay.
Yeah, it's like her look.
We're talking about Lauren's family. Tie-dyed hair, all of them.
Yeah.
Nice. No,
Stop being
last
serious.
year I slid. I did a baseball slide on the stage, right?
All right.
Right. Well, okay. When I did
clip
it
of
in dress
that?
rehearsal, I actually ended up on my back, which was not the plan. I slid and then ended up like falling over backwards. And I'm like, wow, if they use that clip, it's gonna be really funny. Because when I did the performance, I didn't. I just slid and then stood up, and it was really kind of entertaining.
They should have done it so
They
just
did.
confused
They
everyone.
did. But
did?
what they did is they cut it right as I was sliding. They cut it right before I fell over backwards.
Oh, wow.
So, but they do want you to. But sometimes it's so obvious that they didn't. Like
Yeah.
another one. In the performance, the rehearsal, Ryan Seacrest was dancing. Was sitting on the stage next to me, like staring at me. Right? And when I did the performance, he was dancing with somebody in the audience. Like he was doing something very obvious. You could tell was different in both in the performance to the other one. So I mean, sometimes they do. I mean, sometimes you can't tell, but sometimes there is an obvious difference.
Right.
Yeah.
You just have to be looking for it. But they
Right.
do. Like they're like, hey, if you rehearse it this way, don't change it because
Right. Well, we
have
got
to use some of
cameras
it.
and stuff.
And that's
set up to
actually
follow
potentially a
them.
reason why they don't use certain clips that you think they should, because in rehearsal they may not have hit the
I
notes.
see.
Right.
Yeah.
Which might be why we were talking about earlier, why they didn't use a better clip of Haley's second song.
Right.
In the rehearsal,
Yeah,
she may not have hit the notes as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they can't use that.
Right.
Or what's really funny is that last year I noticed a couple times like one of us would, when we performed it, we wouldn't hit the note like right on. But then the rehearsal we did, so they'd play the clip back, and I'm like, I didn't do that in the performance, but I'm glad that they think I did.
Right.
But
That's awesome.
so they
That's
cut it to your favor.
Potential, like it's. I mean, it depends. You know, and normally what they do at the end is they always have like the last cut of the last person's, or normally the end of the song. So they kind of like they make it all flow. But generally speaking, they pick the good good segments.
Are the
Why
judges?
wouldn't they want to cut it to their favor
Yeah.
in a way? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's what.
But
You
if,
want to have some conspiracy theorists on the show?
oh,
Yeah.
I do. I mean, of course. Like, I mean,
Everything's
yeah,
rigged. which
Yeah,
I don't
of
think is
course.
rigged.
But go ahead.
Oh
Michelle.
no, I was just wondering if so they do it twice. Are the judges there for the first time that they do it?
They are not, but they can watch it. Like it's recorded, so you can watch like a video feed of it.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes, I mean, I'm assuming, like, obviously I wasn't hanging out with the judges while I was on stage,
Right.
But some of the comments seem like they maybe were directed more at the first performance than the second. And I mean,
interesting.
you were talking about that earlier, how you noticed something Paula said several years back
Yeah.
was in reference to the first, like the dress rehearsal as opposed to the actual performance. So. you know, you just never know.
Well,
Some of it feels a
first of
little
all,
bit planned.
She
but-
gave that away to America because
Yeah.
America didn't know that. I mean,
Yeah.
so this is something like, "Bro, this is huge secret."
Oh wow, it's a big,
it's
huge. I'm blowing the secret. People
Simon
already know.
Fuller's gonna come get your butt.
Right?
I'd let him. Let me come live up in your high rise.
Which one?
In Miami.
Which one?
Yeah, right. I know.
I was at a party of his for Top 10, and he had to leave the country because he's not a citizen here. He's like, yeah, I gotta go to my place in Mexico for a week or two. I'm like, wow, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard
feel
life.
bad for you,
hard
man.
Life.
That's
See you when
awful.
you get back.
Forced vacation. That totally sucks.
I know.
But he's a really nice guy though.
He
is. Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super nice. Very
You know
supportive.
I know him too, right?
Huh?
You know I know him too, right?
I think we talked about that at one point. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
How's Ryan? What's Ryan like?
Ryan is the nicest guy. He is the most genuine guy I've met.
George boy.
Oh man,
Is he?
he's so
Yeah,
cool.
he is.
He's so cool.
His sister is roommates with one of my best friends from home here in LA.
Oh yeah, I think you said that.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Small world.
And you know what I get the vibe from Ryan Seacrest is that he's kind of like a little bit of a geek at heart.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
a cool geek, but when you're hanging out with him, you can't help but it makes him a little more down to earth, you know?
Right, a little more relatable.
Yeah, he's not putting it on. Like he's just kind of this really fun, kind of quirky guy, and I think that's why people like him because he's not like this Abercrombie and Fitch model.
but he
He's
was-
just Ryan Seacrest.
But
He's
he
a
was
good
chubby
guy.
boy when he was younger, like you know,
Yeah.
and no, he really was, and like they have pictures of him like all over the
Right.
internet, like oh, this was Ryan Seacrest before, and it's like
Poor guy.
okay, so now he's like stick thin, you know. I mean, you know, of course he's got the confidence, but you know, Ryan Seacrest, he is the best at what he does.
Yeah, he's so
By far.
excited
Yes.
about everything.
Yep.
And so
And so
always
busy.
on.
He's so on.
Yeah, so busy.
all the time.
I have no idea how
I know,
he does it.
because he
how
does the
doesn't
radio
fall
show
over.
at
Oh,
like
man.
4 in the morning.
And he's like producing like every reality show ever, and he's
Yeah.
all over the place.
When I talked to him, I was like, "So you have a house?" He's like, "Yeah, but I don't stay there most of the time. Like half the time, I get a hotel here somewhere because he lives like in the area. He doesn't live in like a different state, but he's so busy half the time he doesn't even make it back to his house. You know,
Yeah.
he's just so busy. So he's crazy.
Wow.
I've got so much respect for him.
yeah.
So
who doesn't?
intense.
I can't believe he's still on the show. I mean, personally,
I know.
because,
I know.
that's a lot. But I'm sure that his paycheck
Oh man,
explains that
Makes
all.
up for it, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
it would not be the same show without Ryan Seacrest.
It's
Nobody, I
true.
don't think people would watch it anymore.
It would be definitely.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we pretty much summed up the show with. I mean, talking about the performances.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Definitely.
we're
And
gonna
they were
actually.
all good.
They were.
Yes, they were.
Anybody can go home, though, really.
Yeah.
It's
Anybody,
anybody's game.
Yeah.
anybody, and you know this can be hard when we give our predictions later, which we will, and everybody
Yeah.
needs to.
Wait,
pick,
what?
Yep.
Just kidding.
Give our predictions. That's right. You got to say it, even though and you can't
Gotta
think about
say
it
it.
off the top of your head. But guys, thank you so much. We're gonna go to commercial in a minute, and
We'll be back.
we'll be back with our.
News and gossip.
Thank you, Ashanti.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
Hey y'all, we're back, and Jesse Janney has our news and gossips for the night.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so Steven Tyler recently revealed to Billboard that he would hope to be portrayed by Pirates of the Caribbean actor Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
In a film about his wild rock and roll life.
I pick him
Me
too.
too.
And they say this season is not about the judges.
Yeah.
Shall ride.
Well, while movie version of Tyler's new autobiography, Does the Noise in My Head Bother You, isn't yet in the works, Depp admits that he would be open to the role.
And also another note, a little bit of news and gossip. Steven Tyler's book is on the bestsellers list was what they mentioned in the show tonight.
Right. Along with
Something
Maria
him and
Menounos.
Yeah, there we go. Maria Menounos also.
The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
All right.
Yeah, so
Get
That,
the book.
that, speaking of
Steven
amazing
Tyler
hosts,
joins
Get-
Maria
Maria
on the
Menounos is an
bestsellers
amazing
list.
host.
Competition.
There we go.
Y'all the
For the
best
book.
promoters.
It's called the book.
Well,
Best promoters ever.
Wow.
This is like watching HSN.
I'm getting
it's so
thirsty.
tasty too.
I decided to match it tonight with my yellow top.
It's just like candy.
Well, Idol reportedly brings in about $7.11 million an episode. And everyone benefits from that. Seacrest reportedly makes $15 million a year on the show. And will make that for the next 3 years.
Nice.
And that's just for this job. He's got like a million other jobs.
Right.
Because he's a millionaire.
Yes.
Doing pretty well for himself.
So freaking bad.
Another millionaire would be Jennifer Lopez, who allegedly brings in $12 million, while Steven Tyler tops them both at $18 million.
Oh.
Why does Steven Tyler top them?
He's got a better agent.
Rock
Yeah,
legend.
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Someone who doesn't
True.
have a good agent, unfortunately, would be Randy Jackson, reportedly only making $5 million, despite being the only original
Oh,
Jackson.
lame.
My God.
No wonder
But I
he's
feel
a
really
hater.
bad for him for only
Yeah.
making $5
I know,
million.
that's true.
It's a tough
I
job.
Yeah.
That is.
Feel bad for him.
Especially to be an original.
$5 million, really, I wouldn't be crying.
Right?
I surely wouldn't pass it up. Thanks.
No.
Right?
This is what Randy does is name drop, and this is what happened on The Voice. Is Adam Levine or CeeLo was like name dropping. He's like, oh yeah, you know, I worked with him, whatever. And Adam Levine was like, oh, you dropped that name there. Do you want it? And
He
it's
did
so
not.
yes,
Yeah, he
it's
did it.
so
Adam
funny.
Levine is an ass.
Yeah,
on that
yes,
show.
he is.
He
Yes, he is.
Hilarious.
It's
love
so funny.
Him
okay.
and Christina get into it a lot on the show.
Yes,
it's
they
funny.
do.
Well,
So go
speaking about asses, Paula Abdul is
All right,
excited beyond words to be the judge of the new U.S. version of The X Factor. The 48-year-old star joined Simon Cowell, L.A. Reid, Cheryl Cole on the panel of Pop Star Search Show and admits she couldn't be happier to be working alongside 51-year-old. They just be putting these ages
All
out
the
there.
ages
Yeah.
busted.
Music mogul Simon once again after the pair originally appeared together on Idol.
They just want everybody to know that they could still work out
Right,
together. They're
right.
Yeah,
they're still, you know, it could work.
What happened? Do we know any news and gossip about Paula's the
Got
dance
canceled.
show?
Got
canceled.
That's
Never
what
mind.
I've been told.
Okay.
It
Oh,
got
like
canceled.
after one episode.
Yeah.
No, not after one episode.
Wait a minute.
'cause I watched that
Couple?
one
A couple?
episode. Maybe a couple.
Can I ask you guys a question?
No.
Simon Cowell, L.A. Reid,
Cheryl Cole.
and well, the only reason I'm going to give Cheryl Cole to be on the X Factor is because she did the UK version.
Right.
But Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
People like the Simon and
Hello.
Paula.
Yeah,
People-
they're
yeah.
Simon and Paula
dynamic.
But
dynamic.
do we want it back on X Factor? You think
It's gonna be
it's
interesting.
kind of American Idol?
I wonder how it's gonna be.
Well,
She-
X Factor's gonna feel an awful like American Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
I
is.
don't know.
I don't know how that show's gonna be.
I'm zipping my mouth. I'm not saying a word. I'm just gonna watch it and see how
Yeah,
it goes.
you never know. It's another one of. I don't know. I think America's gonna get
Like you
tired
said,
of
we're
it.
gonna get burnt out on the the singing competition show.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's oversaturated now.
But hey, there won't be as big of an age restriction, so that's cool.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
All right, well, that's your AfterBuzz TV American Idol news and gossip for May 11th, 2011.
Thank you, Jesse. Ooh.
Oh, prediction.
I don't know what that noise means, but I'm scared.
Prediction time. Prediction.
Prediction.
So here we go. We're gonna just go down we're gonna go down the list, y'all. I'm gonna just point, and y'all gonna just tell me who you think is going off tomorrow night.
This is
I
so
know it's
hard.
Who we
hard. I
really
know.
think, not who we want to, but
Yeah.
who we really
Who we
think.
think.
Really think
God.
after tonight, and I guess last week's, but ouch.
Damn.
I'm
gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry because my
I'm gonna
heart
cry.
really wants to say that Haley will stay, but I feel like she will be the one to go.
I know.
It will either be Haley or Durbin, but I will go with Haley as my vote off.
Okay, what about you, Melissa?
It's so sad because I don't want Haley to go because I think she has the best voice on there. But like I think she's I don't know, but you know, it was an interesting point how you said that, you know, people like seeing growth, and if they're doing, you know, if they feel like she really came back there on their second song, I'm hoping that will redeem her, but I think Haley might go.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I think I feel like it might be James just because.
Me too.
Just because. The thing is, James is always great, and I think James is gonna great like he was last week. You know, I think people may forget what James just did. You know, he's great. I think he's incredibly talented. He'll be fine, but I think he might. And because Scotty's pulling the young girl vote. You know, Scotty's pulling that.
That's true.
We just had validation tonight on our show.
Yeah.
That's the
Everyone
truth.
loves Scotty.
Yeah. So, I mean, I honestly think it could be James. I'm feeling, and I really don't want Haley to go.
I really don't.
Just because I think she was phenomenal. But, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be James or Haley, but I'm going to go with James.
Yeah. I'm going to go with James as well because I will say, and you made a good point earlier, Tim, that you know, he had the first song of the night and we forgot about it, and then he had the last song. But the thing is like he didn't do anything for me. He did nothing new. Scotty did, Lauren did, and Haley did.
Yeah,
so,
you're right.
That's true.
So
there's just been so much hype about him. Like I feel like Randy and everyone said he would win it the first. Like, I mean, he would get it. I don't know.
Well, look, he's fantastic. I mean, I give him all the props. He's amazing.
And you know what? This might work out better for him because he might get to pick his own recording contract afterwards.
And plus, it's kind of like the Adam Lambert thing, right?
So I don't feel bad. Whoever goes home, they've. I mean,
at this point,
they're
gonna be great.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.